A model a day keeps the doctor away. We all know that. In this exercise, we will rebuild this maple syrup bottle. Not because of its delicious content, but because this shape looks very simple, yet once we do it, we notice it's not really that easy. I mean, it is kind of easy if you just know how to do it. In this exercise, particularly, we'll take a look at the basic easy shapes and then how we can solve this supposed to look easy, but it's not really that easy, but still actually turned out to be pretty easy detail. So, very interesting focus in this exercise is the sweep command for this hook and then the loft command also for this hook and how we create this transitional surface. There will be, for example, a loft command that uses these three sections along a path. And then we will also have a small curve network, as you see here, between these rails, and then this top and bottom profile. Okay, awesome. Then let's get started. Before we start, you have to download the image reference. The download link is inside the description for this video in YouTube. Once downloaded, we can go to Insert Canvas, then navigate to where you put the image to. There it is, open, and we will put it onto a front plane. You can scale this up a little bit. Let's mirror it. Cool. And right-click, calibrate. And when we zoom in a little bit, this roughly should be 100 millimeters. This is a perspective photograph, so this is everything then precise, but it's okay for what we try to do here. So I will move this up a little bit, maybe to a good grid. I don't know. Yeah, here's a grid line, and I try to line the top of the gray part of the bottle with that grid. And when I zoom in a little bit, paying attention to how parts of the image line up here and here, that's all on the grid. Pretty good. Okay. Again, this image is a perspective photograph, so this can't be used as a two-dimensional template, but this is fine to give us an idea about possible location. Now, when we take a look at this image, we can quite easily identify certain bodies. So there's a cylindrical element down here. There's a cylindrical element there. This looks like kind of like a transitional surface. Till here, everything looks cylindrical. So this might be, for example, a loft command, and this could be an extrude, or the whole thing modeled once is actually a revolve. Different ways, same outcome. Here again, could be a circle we draw and then extrude up, or a side profile and we revolve. This is going to be interesting. So what can we use for this? Because this is a hook. Well, for this, we will use the sweep command. But then we will see that the sweep command isn't giving us exactly what we want, and we will take a look at the loft command. We're using it like a sweep. And also interesting is this part. When we take a look at the top, this actually forms a little bit of a triangular surface. And you can even see here how this is kind of like an S-like. So this part is, for example, not a revolve, but more a top profile lofted to a bottom profile. Okay, kind of like with having all these elements identified, let's get ready. It's always easy to simply start with the parts which, well, are easy. Okay, create sketch on the side here, very good. Then line there, okay. Very good. And then this looks pretty much like an arc or a fit point curve. Let's see, maybe till here. There is actually a fillet, so I will bring this point in a little bit more, and then to get the nice transition, this smooth constraint to here and escape, and then this point we have to bring down more. Yeah, maybe like this. This maybe we can bring in a little bit more. Good. Okay. This line is perpendicular. Very good. D for dimension 50. That looks good. Okay. We will simplify the top part here. So here we will go ahead and say somewhere here to there to here. We'll give this a 15 millimeter top, so we can bring this one down. Dimension 15, dimension 20, and then this point to here we vertical constraint. And if we want, we press D. We could even specify here a dimension, by the way. 195. Cool. Okay. So let's take a look at what we have. Let's go to surface, revolve. Well, U and U, these two, we can revolve along this line here. Okay. Not too bad. Right here, as you can see, there will be another bigger, how could I say that? Profile. Let's do a little thinking. So from here to here, I need to create something. It's a loft. The bottom one I have already, but I don't have the top one. How at this point do I get this profile there? So I can actually go to construct, then offset plane from here and bring a plane up. And I will park it right under there. So 180. Okay. Now, knowing that actually I will, on this construction plane, create a sketch that will define the outer area of this gray part, I can actually go back here to this sketch and simply delete this stuff. Yeah, then here the revolve will flip out. It's all good because now this part of the sketch was missing. And we simply go ahead on this construction plane, create a sketch, and then there's 140, very nice. And then we make one a little bit bigger there. Very good. Okay. One little check. So let's say here's loft. From here to here, we loft this. Very good. Then we can join these two. Very good. And then we can fillet this corner. And let's see. Yeah, now there you can see how this rebuilds this part a little bit. There we can see here and there, that's not really 100% the way how this works. So let's delete these two features. I will do an extrusion. Very good. And then this sketch I will hide. And then I will do a loft from here to here. And profile 1, just make it tangent. That's good. But not as big, please. Okay. So what about keep this, and then we can fillet these two, sorry, trim those two together, and then we do here a fillet. Yeah, okay, good. Good. It's getting a little bit better. Good. Okay. The reason why I created this extrusion was just so this loft could blend into a target direction. I would have later deleted this loft. Sorry, that extrude. Okay, let's remove this. So we kind of like cleared out a little bit what we might have to do. Now, I know that this actually goes straight up by 15. That's easy. And now this cannot be a circle. This actually is a smaller circle, and then to here, from there, it becomes, how could I say that? Kind of like a small spout. Okay, so how do we create that detail? Let's go to this sketch. This we delete. And we will go to the line command, make a line, okay. Escape, make a line again, okay. And then I will go to the, how do we do this? Actually, let's go to the circle 2, and this is just really a small offset. So when this is 40, let's make this maybe, 44. Very good. Then escape the endpoints here I connect. Very good. I would like this line be tangent. That's nice. And I would like this line to there be tangent too. And these two endpoints, I would like to be vertically aligned. Very good. So when I push this one out with M, or I push this in, you see how these lines update automatically. This here, the surface is not a straight point. So this will be filleted. There's a fillet. Actually, fillet, yep. So click and click. Yeah, let's say this is good. Enter. Very nice. So now this I can move. There you see how this all updates. Beautiful. Now, this inner part needs to go. So we go trim. When, whoa, it's gone. Okay, let's undo it. Maybe trim. We can click this away. So let's see. Yeah, works very good. So now we have an outer profile. Here we have a ring. Okay. So let's see how this now works. So when we go to Loft, chain, U to U. Yeah, that actually looks not too bad. But then here, as you see, now we have this thing. It needs to feather out a little bit. So tangent, it actually, however, then blends in that way. That's not what I want. But actually, this now gives me the idea. So when this point I move down to here, I can make the surface go down loft and blend in. So I don't need to do a fillet. Okay, let's try this one out. So first, from a side view, this point now I move down to here. This maybe down a little bit more or a little bit up. Yeah. There and there. Okay, very good. And now I need a target surface. So here's this little target strip. Then this can go or hide it, loft. This profile to this profile. Then profile to tangent. What about curvature? Curvature will just be nicer, okay. And then here we just This one we just set to tangent, that's fine. Or G2, yeah. See, it goes a little bit further down. When we rotate around, yeah, that's not too bad. Click OK. And now we can go ahead and maybe see. So we will pull this one in. How does this work? This is getting a little bit too tight here. So right click, edit feature, and maybe this we want to pull a little bit more. Okay, when we pull this, this is getting a tick too strong. Also here, now we can see, oh, this is actually not circular really. Yeah, how does this now work? Interesting. Now you see that it's actually not really matching up there. Okay, so maybe a little bit back to here. There we are. Yeah. Since we are working on just a reference photo and not a scan, we can't really take any cross sections. Now the question is the photo maybe a little bit rotated? But probably is not, because up here this really matches, down here this really matches. So let's go back to the Loft command and see what maybe we can do here. So we could, yeah, that doesn't really give us kind of like the shape we want. Okay, so cancel, maybe delete this one. Now, what do we do? Are we at our ends with our French? Don't ask me why, it's a saying in German. But maybe we can, well, what about when this Loft command, the blend does not really do what I want? What about I create a curved network? Could this maybe work? Cool. Okay, so let's give this a try. New sketch on this plane. Very good. Then we will create an intersection between here, this face, and this one. Okay. Maybe hide this for the moment. There we see what we have. Good. Then this is a good tool here to do this. There we are. Here we are. Smooth and smooth. Escape. Yeah. So this means this one here, I can click and maybe manipulate a little bit. And this here, this handle I will make vertical. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's getting close. Maybe this handle, right click, I say deactivate handle. Yeah, not too bad. Good. Then here too. Whoop. That's the wrong direction. So maybe I pre-rotate it and then do this way. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Maybe a tick down. There we are. Good. Okay. So I will still go ahead and bring this a tick further down. This will adjust everything a little bit. And as you can see how this changes this blend curve we kind of created. It's not perfect for what we try to do. However, this is sufficient. If we also would like to be more correct, we can go into edit mode for the sketch. So double click or right click edit sketch and make these points also the same. So they have a little bit of the same influence. Good. Now with this done, let's show all our objects. Then we can go to Loft and say Loft to here, G2, G2. I select G2 for each one because also this spline is each time constrained via a smooth constraint, which is G2. And then let's select this rail. Yeah, there it works. There it doesn't. Okay, so that means one more sketch. There we are. So intersect you, and yep, thank you. Then here I'll hide this so we see what we're doing. Click, click, thank you. Click, click, thank you. Bong, 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 bong. Oh, wait. Here we simply set make this vertical and vertical. Yeah. And maybe here these endpoints the same. Good. Yeah. This might actually do it. Loft you to you along 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we get an interesting. Oh, yeah, typical error. I forgot to switch to the rail selection. Yeah, this is actually closer to what I want. Right here we can see this is actually kind of garbage. This is not very good. Let's see what happens when we set this to G2. Yeah, in general, this is not good. Yeah, so right here I would need to put a circle in, cancel. Now this is fine. Or some sort of a smoother curve. So we'll make a construction plane from the bottom up. Kind of like to here. There we are. New sketch. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's hope actually that this will look like a circle. To double check, we can also create a circle here, smaller one, escape. Then we select the circle, turn this into a construction line, and then we can drag this out and see. Oh yeah, that was actually darn close to be a circle. Here it's a little bit off, but this is really, really close. Good. We can keep this in. Loft again. There we are. G2, G2. And then our rails. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Yeah. Let's hide all this. This surface here, right click and remove. Then patch this on top. Very good. We can select this one, trim this inside out. And as a first study, yeah, this is actually not too shabby. That works actually pretty good. There are some slight issues probably left. Let's go to Curvature Map. And, oh, maybe not. Let's see, scale. There's a little bit of noise in there. But this actually comes more from, this is up here, this is a line, and then this is G1. So there we can see kind of like this part. So maybe this is not perfect, that this is made from a circle and then it goes G1 into a line and G1 into an arc. But for what we try to do here, this is sufficient. We should not get lost in super high quality surfacing at this point. Okay, so let's call this stage actually be done. And then, well, we have to take a look at, good, so how can we now get this actually working? What is really interesting in this design is also that the handle flows perfectly into this top surface. Okay, so let's think about how can we build this surface. Again, we're not making this perfect since this is a beginner tutorial. Well, we just try to look at possible strategies to make you familiar with the tools. So this is kind of like a sweep. Okay, there's actually a sweep command for that. So I go to sketch, it created a sketch to whatever, and delete this sketch on this plane. Thank you. Now let me hide all this stuff, and here I need at this height to put down a sketch. So kind of like where this this sketch is. But you see that I'm drawing this perpendicular, which is perfect because that means I could find the height point by doing an intersect to this. There's that point. Oh yeah, there. I had that sketch in. And then maybe for this we will use this one. I can click on this, click, down, down, and there. Okay, and escape, and then sculpt these a little bit. Here, all those to be horizontal. So this is actually really important. So the line, the curve actually is nicely horizontal, and then blends. If we press escape, select this, right click, curvature display. Yeah, this looks actually nice and even. Good. So this is actually now our sweep path. So that's good. Now we need to have a sweep shape. Here is plane along path. Click this and we can drag a construction plane along it. I will go to here. Okay. Then create sketch on this. Perfectly, you see that the center point is right along, well, the X line, which is right along where that thing is. It's actually really nice because that means we can now take maybe a line tool. We will do something very primitive first and block this out a little bit. I'm using the grid, make it nice and even. There you see one grid to the left and to the right. What's actually the height here? 3 millimeters by 10 millimeters. Okay. And to make sure that these two things are the same, I just make them equal. So now when I make this 5, you see how this shrinks symmetrical because I have two lines here which are equal and one bigger one which is set to 10. Okay. That's definitely not 3 millimeters, but maybe what about 5? If I go to a side view, not really even, but okay. Again, there's more to how to model this shape, as simple as it looks, but we do this more in a beginner mode. Okay, so finish sketch. We have our profile here. Let's go to sweep. There. Sweep, sweep, sweep. We select this along this path. Yeah. There we are. Okay, hide this. And you see there's actually the shape. Not too bad. Let me show you a little bit of a surfacing trick. So this one I first delete. Then I will patch this. And the bottom one is patched. And then I will select all this and make this one piece. Very nice. Then I will switch to solid and not solid revolve, but solid sweep and sweep this along here. Very good. So down there it goes in, but up there it does not. Okay, push and pull. Can we extend this? Here, join. Okay. Oh, look. Fused it together. Pretty cool, no? Yeah. I think so too. And then we could go ahead and say, yeah, how do we now round all this stuff? Maybe here, this we round a little bit. Okay, right click, repeat, and this edge I round a little bit. Careful, filleting can be tricky, and we see the spinning wall already. Oh, chord length, that's why. Let's set this to constant. Now I have a spinning ball. That's so beautiful. The chord length is a really resource intensive command. Thank you. Please. Yeah. So it's not crashing. There's still hope. Still spinning. Yeah, we know that. Didn't I mention previously in some lectures to be very careful and fearful of the fillet command? That's why. Okay, so constant. There. There. Ooh, this works much better. Good. Very nice. Okay, so you see this edge I rounded, then I rounded this edge, simply because then we get here a really nice transition. So now we could round actually, oh look at that. It's a complete path, so maybe by 1 millimeter. No, 0.1. Failed to make an unblend or Yeah, I mean, it is a tricky surface. I give it to that. Oh, yeah. Okay. I love it when this happens. Possible solution, possible ideas is maybe because of how the surface here, and we kind of like have a little bit of garbage there. Okay, good. Cancel. We might have to rethink our strategy, how this whole piece is built here on top. We'll see how we will do this. Anyway, so this was the loft, but with the loft, now as you can see, we get one, a sweep. With the sweep, we get one consistent tube. I mean, essentially, the sweep is kind of like a pipe, but I would like this here wider and then at the bottom to be more narrow. So how do we do that? Well, the sweep command is not going to cut it. So let's delete this one. Also here, we delete this for the moment. This extrude command we have there. Here, you and you. Also, we throw away, and even this one I will delete for the moment. So all this is good. Okay. Let's show our stuff here again. This profile is actually good. That's fine. Well, we need another profile. A long path here, down there. And we set this to 10. And what's this? 8. Okay, so another sketch. What the? Not there on this plane. I would like to have this sketch. Thank you. And then we do the same thing. Maybe 4 and I don't know yet. There we are. We set these two equal. D for dimension, we make this 3. And then this we make 6 to make it on purpose really smaller. Very good. So let's hide all this and take a look what happens now when we go with the loft command. I go solid here too because I blend from A to B. But please, along this line, look at that. It makes a blend this way. Pretty cool, no? Yeah. There we are. Nice. I will hide all this. I'm curious when I extend this. Ah, very nice. Previously, I got actually an interesting line, but now I do not have this line. Here's this part. That is all good. Yeah, so this is now, I need to figure this out if this actually will work. So stitch, stitch, stitch. Very nice. 2 solids. Then I can combine these two. And I end up with this terrible thing there again. But at least this line is somewhere, it's not close to there. So let's cross fingers. Constant. We do everything down here. Very nice. Right click, repeat, then this. We round this. Okay. I'm getting I have to the fear that we might run into a similar thing there again. You see how the software gets a little bit slow. Okay, 5. Let's see, maybe 6. Okay. Right click. Then fill it now. 0.1. Ha 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 ha. Nobody beats me. There we are. So you see, kind of like a different strategy, nearly. But this line here, when I make 1.5, let's see. No, I shouldn't have said that because now it doesn't make any issue. 0.8, it consumes it. Down here, this is bad. See how this gets too small. So let's say 1. Okay, good. Well, at least that one worked. Wah, 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 wah. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. So hey, how do we do the other thing that's missing? This one here. Now this is pretty easy. Extrude as a solid, 13 inches up. Join. Yeah. There we are. We can quickly finish this design a little bit by some extra detailing. There, and then we extrude that thing this way. Symmetry. There we are. So it looks like, oh, I can just pull something up, and now I would like to split that thing, split this by just that line. Come on. No. Okay. You split. No. I just want this line here to do the splitting. Okay, well, I can just simply draw myself a horizontal line and then make this horizontal to here, so they're at the same height. There, come on. Isn't really that difficult. There we are. Now we have the gap. Now we can make this here, tiny 0.1 fillet, just to give this a little bit of an interface. Something is happening. Was that a 0.1? No, I was a 1 there. Very nice. And then we can actually fuse these two back together. Ta-da! And maybe down here. A good 10. So, there we have it. Now we created basically this design. I should never say we are done when I didn't finish everything really. There's the next one. What about G2? This will look nicer. Thank you. This definitely is more finished. So, to summarize, now we looked at our image, identified kind of like revolve, loft something, revolve. So this is all cylindrical. And then here we figured out this needs to be a loft. And then this looks like a sweep. But at the end, it looks actually more like a loft because it's not just a single profile. Yeah, and that's then how we kind of like modeled this. One of my favorite James Bond movies, Never Say Never. I shall never say I'm done because, well, most times I'm not. Actually, I'm kind of done, but this is an extra thing for those who are interested in the loft thing because I didn't really talk about this. So here for this loft, I would like maybe to the end this to get bigger again. So this fillet here I remove for the moment. So you see how it constantly gets smaller, but maybe now there I would like the whole thing to get consistently a little bit wider. So how do we do this? So let's where's actually that loft command? So here's that loft command. There, let's show the sketches. Okay. And this is good. So something here in between I would like to insert. So I go to there, to here, bring this one down, maybe there. New sketch on this one. Then same deal as before. Very good. D3. What we have here, what was it? 6. Yep, that looks like 6. Very nice. We should name actually these sketches because you noticed it's getting a little bit who is who. And here, there. Good. So maybe 8. We make this a little bit wider. And 5. Okay. Now we go to here. Well, obviously nothing really happened, no? So, but check this out. Double click. So this second profile is not correct. So whoop, zack, zack, we patch this transition in. Now we need to be careful that it doesn't look too silly because it's actually starting to look a little bit silly here. Let's take a look at the sketch. Wow, we're also pretty off actually with the dimensions. Very good. So now I can go ahead and say, okay, so this third thing here, I bring this one up to there. Very good. And then this, oh, definitely bigger. 8, 5. Okay. 8. Oh, look at that. You see what's happening? Maybe there's a little bit more in. Okay. Yeah. You see how I'm changing the spline and all the rest updates a little bit. Pretty good. We don't really have an image for this dimension, so 10, 6, and 8. 6 is a little bit small, so maybe we make 8, and then this we go 10 again. Yeah, and it looks like a nice C. That's better. And 8, 5, and 8. Yeah, 5. Okay, good. Yeah, beautiful. So you see, we were able to patch in an additional cross section to sculpt this loft even more. It's kind of like a curve net. Is it a curve network? No, not necessarily, because this is more a sweep through multiple profiles along one rail, which in this program is part of the loft command. And then let's see, this should continue, and crossing fingers. Whoa, there are some fillets flipping out. So right click. Oh, what's missing here? Oh, if I know, what did I round? So it looks like here, this I rounded first, I think. Yeah. Very good. Then I think then I rounded this one here. Ooh, is this one? That's the top. Yeah, auto repaired. Cool. Yeah, there we are. This looks a little bit nicer now. And then here, you also get a fillet. Here, you blend in. Okay, now we're really done. Ugh. After midnight, time to go to bed.